Hello everybody from Plant Reviews. This is Arauja sericifera, also called the cruel plant, because the flowers have a kind of structure that are basically segmented, and unfortunately this plant is normally pollinated by bees and bumblebees. These are actually the real pollinator of this plant, but many times butterflies and moths get stuck in the flower because the internal segments are basically trap the tongue of the insects, as you can see here. So yeah, like in this case, if you find moths inside, you need to kind of move the flower a bit in order to move the segment or segments, or sometimes actually even destroy the flower, so the moth or the butterfly can set free. I'm just checking if there is any other insect stuck in the flower. Okay, no, the other flower are okay. I bought this plant because the plant is actually fragrant. The fragrance is very nice. Is kind of sweet and fresh, but it's not particularly intense. So really, this is a plant that I'm not too sure that I will keep, because it's I love butterflies and moths, so I don't want them to get stuck in the flowers. And during the blooming season of this plant, I have to check it basically every day in order to avoid any casualty between moths and butterflies. And I mean, obviously, if I am in holiday, it wouldn't be possible to do that. And several times moths and butterflies end up killed by the plant, because again the tongue gets stuck inside the flowers. The flowers, basically the problem of the flower is that I can show you. I try to get one that is faded. Basically, if you open the flower, I'm trying to do it with one hand. It's a bit difficult, but sorry. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, with one hand is almost impossible. It is. Okay, probably in a fresh flower is actually easier. Let's see in this one. Yeah, they are crispier, so they're a bit easier to destroy. So you can see here that basically each of the segment of the flower in the calyx is quite tightened with the other segment, and the moth tongue basically gets stuck in the base of the flower, because they are actually so tightly packed with the calyx that when the moth tongue tries to pollinate this plant, it absolutely stuck in between the segments. As I said, I found that some sources state that this plant is pollinated by moth and butterflies, and that's something that this plant evolved to get the pollinator stuck in the flower, and then it frees the pollinator when the day after, when the flowers fade. But actually I couldn't see really any point of a plant in trapping a pollinator with a tongue for more than one day, exposing the pollinator to any kind of danger like birds or spiders or predatory insects or whatever. Obviously this would impair the sexual reproduction of the plant. And then I found this article that was saying that basically moths and butterflies are just random pollinator of the flowers. They are not the real pollinator of the plant, and which makes perfectly sense. Are bees and bumblebees the real pollinators of this plant? And the moths and the butterflies are just are not the say, so to say, the design. There's actually nothing designed in nature, but they are not the natural pollinator of this plant. It's just there are just some insects that they are attracted by this fragrance and by this white color of the plants. They try to pollinate the flower, but then they get stuck because of the structure of the flower that anyway is not evolved to be pollinated by moths and butterflies. It has evolved to be pollinated by a completely different kind of insects that are indeed bumblebees and bees. I will make a video in the next few days about this still pretty amazing plant. It's the first time it bloomed for me, so I will tell you more about the cultivation of this very unusual plant, very peculiar. So yeah, let's stay tuned and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much from Plant Reviews UK. If you like this video, it would be great if you can please give it a thumbs up, and of course if you like this video and the other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe in order to support my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.